Some people think living in San Diego is basically an endless vacation. Sunshine, beaches, fish tacos, and perfect weather every single day. But here's the question that no one really answers. What does it actually cost to live that lifestyle? And is it really worth it once the honeymoon phase wears off? Well, today we're going to be pulling back the curtain on what living in San Diego is really like. The incredible lifestyle perks, the real housing costs, the neighborhood differences that matter, and the things that surprise people after they move there. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Alex, and this video series is all about breaking down what it's really like to live in different California cities. Now, before we jump into this, I do want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel. After all, this is a journey we're on right now, exploring city after city across California, and I want you along for the ride. Each week, I'm going to be featuring a different place to live, exploring the pros and the cons, and discussing why each city would be a great fit or not a great fit for you. It'll be a fun adventure, so give the channel a follow and let's do this together. All right, with that out of the way, today we're going to be talking about one of the most iconic cities in California. That is San Diego. Known as the America's finest city, San Diego is California's second largest city and one of the most desirable places to live in the entire West Coast. It's famous for its beaches, its sunshine, outdoor lifestyle, and laid-back coastal energy. And while the nickname sets some pretty high expectations, San Diego does a surprisingly good job of living up to the hype. Now, what really sets it apart is the way it blends urban life, beach downtown vibes, and natural beauty into one cohesive city. You're not choosing between city living and outdoor living here. You get both. From the energy of downtown to the calm coastal cliffs to the quiet suburban streets, San Diego feels like multiple cities rolled up into one. Now, of course, geography really does play a huge role in San Diego's appeal. To the west, well, you've got the Pacific Ocean with miles of sandy beaches, surfable waves, and sunset that locals somehow stop to photograph after seeing them thousands of times. And head inland, the city opens up to rolling hills, canyon, and valleys that create quieter, more residential neighborhoods. And the diversity means you can live near the beach or in a walkable urban neighborhood or in a family-friendly suburban, all without leaving the city. Now, regardless of where you live in the city, one of the biggest lifestyle perks is how easy it is to stay active. You can go for a morning jog along the ocean, hike Torrey Pines in the afternoon, and grab dinner in a historic neighborhood that evening, all in the same city. And none of it feels rushed. That's because San Diego has a slower pace compared to cities like Los Angeles or San Francisco, even though it's still a major metro area. And of course, we have to talk about the weather. San Diego's climate is one of the biggest selling points. The city averages about 260 days of sunshine per year, with mild winters and warmer summers that rarely reach extremes. It's not unusual to hear locals joke that the seasons here are basically slightly cool or slightly warm. Harsh winters, they don't exist. Summers are far more comfortable than much of the inland California, and the kind of weather encourage you to go outdoors, live the lifestyle that feels quite effortless. Surfing, paddleboarding, sailing, hiking, biking, golfing, it's all available year-round. Parks, coastal trails, and open spaces are built into daily life. It's one of those few cities where being outside isn't something that you plan for. It's part of your routine. Now, from a cultural standpoint, well, San Diego is incredibly diverse and deeply influenced by its proximity to the Mexican border. That influences everywhere you look, from the food, the architectural, to the festivals, the art, and the daily life. The city has one of the best Mexican food scenes in the country, and locals will absolutely argue with you about which taco shop is the best. Fair warning on that. Now, another piece of cultural background is San Diego is the entertainment amenities. For example, you have Balboa Park is the home to world-class museums, theaters, gardens, and year-round events. And in professional sports, live music venues, seasonal festivals, and beach town nightlife, and you've got a city that offers constant entertainment without feeling overwhelming or chaotic. But as I said earlier, San Diego isn't just sunshine and surfing. If you live here, you have to talk about housing, because this is where San Diego becomes a little bit more complicated conversation. Housing is by far the largest expense for most residents, and it shapes the lifestyle choices more than anything else. Now, of course, San Diego real estate market reflects its desirability, and that means prices are, well, significantly higher than national average. Median home prices generally sit around the low to mid $900,000 range, depending upon the neighborhood and market conditions. Coastal communities like La Jolla, Del Mar, and Pacific Beach often push far beyond that, with luxury properties easily reaching several $1,000,000. Even inland neighborhoods, while more affordable by San Diego standards, can still feel expensive compared to other parts of the country. Inventory tends to be limited as well, especially in highly desirable neighborhoods, and buyers often face competition. Bidding wars are not uncommon here, and buyers need to be financially prepared and strategic. Moreover, property taxes, HOA fees, insurance, and maintenance costs can add up quickly, making realistic budgeting essential. Renters will feel the pressure as well. Average rents typically range from low $2,000 to over $3,000 per month, depending upon the location and the unit size. Now, obviously, coastal central neighborhoods command the highest rents, while other areas inland may offer some relief. However, rent anywhere in the city is likely going to be above national average. Now, to cope, while some residents choose roommates, smaller spaces, or shared housing to make living in prime locations much more manageable. Naturally, housing affordability is a real concern in San Diego. Even households earning the median income often spend a significant portion of their earnings on rent or mortgage payments. Now, this influences, no surprise, everything from neighborhood choice to commuting patterns and long-term financial planning. So when you factor in utilities, transportation, groceries, and everyday expenses, San Diego's overall cost of living runs roughly about 45% above national average. Gas prices tend to be higher. Not a big surprise for being in California. Utilities can fluctuate, and groceries cost more in many parts than other parts of the country, rather. Transportation is another factor. Since much of the city is very car dependent, commute times average around 30 minutes or more, especially if traveling between inland neighborhoods and coastal job centers. Public transportation, well, it does exist, including buses and trolleys, but many residents find car necessary for daily life, depending upon where they live and, of course, where they work. I'll say this, though. One of San Diego's strengths is its wide range of neighborhoods, each offering a little different lifestyle. You have Pacific Beach and Mission Beach are lively, social, and beach focused. La Jolla is known for its dramatic cliffs, luxury home, excellent schools, and quieter, more refined atmosphere. North Park and Hillcrest are trendier and a little bit more centrally located. They both offer walkable streets, strong food scenes, and vibrant community energy. Now, these neighborhoods are popular with professionals who want culture and convenience. Meanwhile, Claremont and Terrasada offer a more suburban feel with larger homes, quieter streets, and family-friendly environment, with still being within commuting distance of downtown and the coast. Downtown and the Gaslamp Quarter are a little different. They appeal to people who want a urban lifestyle. Now, these areas offer walkable access to work, dining, nightlife, and events. Condos and apartments dominate the housing market in this area. And while the energy is exciting, higher cost parking and density are trade-offs to consider and also to keep in mind. Now, if you have kids like I do, education is another primary consideration for living in San Diego. Fortunately, while this is a strong point for the city, there is a wide range of public and private schools, though quality can vary depending upon the neighborhood, so you should research individual schools and boundaries to ensure your child is in the best district possible. Now, higher education is a major asset here. The city is home to institutions like UC San Diego and San Diego State University, both of which contribute to education and economic growth. And actually, speaking of economic growth, San Diego is a city of opportunity. Major industries include biotech, life sciences, healthcare, defense, military, education, tourism, and technology. Now, of course, living in California comes with, well, California realities. State income taxes are among the highest in the nation. Sales tax is notable, and while property taxes are moderated by Proposition 13, high home values still translate into significant annual costs. Now, these factors should be always part of the financial conversation when considering a move. Now, you might be wondering, well, who is San Diego best for? Well, it's ideal for people who value outdoor living, professionals in growing industries, families seeking balance, and anyone who prioritizes weather and quality of life. Now, on the other hand, it may be less suited for those on a tight budget, people who rely heavily on dense public transit, or anyone who prefers dramatic seasonal changes. So, the big question is this at the end of the day: is living in San Diego right for you? Well, if you're prepared for higher housing costs, willing to plan strategically, and excited about the lifestyle that blends work, recreation, and community, well, San Diego can be an incredible place to call home. It's a city where opportunity, culture, natural beauty come together in a way that few places can even match. All right, everyone. I think that's going to do it for today's in-depth look at San Diego. If you found this breakdown helpful, be sure to check out the rest of the channel for more city-focused videos and real estate content across California. Last but not least, if you're looking to buy or sell in California or have questions about the real estate market in general, feel free to reach out to me. I am a real estate agent right here in Orange County, California. Friends, that's going to be it for me here. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you in the next video.